This program is brought to you by thepodcastfactory.com.
You're listening to the Pretend You're Fired Today podcast. And now, here's your host, Lisa Rangel.
Hello and welcome. Welcome to the 12th episode of the Pretend You're Fired Today podcast. And I'm Lisa Rangel, host of the Pretend You're Fired Today podcast and founder of Chameleon Resumes. We are an executive resume and LinkedIn profile writing job search consultancy company that helps executives and rising leaders land their next position faster. And today's podcast topic is to show you how to unlock the power of your network with LinkedIn. We want to show you how to use LinkedIn to leverage your network and help hiring managers and recruiters find you easily when they're looking for people like you, but you aren't necessarily actively looking for a job. This is the second aspect of passive recruiting, which is to keep your network robust and talking about you. So when recruiters ask their network, who do they know that's good at X? Your network will tell them to call you. So this is a key element in the Pretend You're Fired Today action list, to keep your network primed and active. So this way you stay top of your network's mind to create demand for yourself consistently. This way, if your job situation changes unexpectedly, you already hent up demand for what you do in the marketplace. What I cover with you today, you will be able to reinforce with exclusive training that we have coupled with our LinkedIn profile cheat sheet. When you download our LinkedIn profile cheat sheet at aptly named LinkedInprofile.cheatsheet.com, you will get exclusive access to our training session that's coupled with that cheat sheet that continues to speak on this topic of how to leverage your network using LinkedIn. By applying our lesson today on unlocking the power of your network with LinkedIn, you will stay marketable to your network, which is one of the many ways to have job security in today's economy and proactively take care of your career. In past episodes, we talked about the only way to truly protect yourself from job loss is to pretend you're fired today and make a list of activities you would do to find your next job if you were let go today. Always having this list in the works, having your resume and profile ready, having your network primed. These are the best paths to always be working and having career continuity and not having gaps between employment. As we've said in episode 1, the first thing to do on that Pretend You're Fired Today list is to dust off that resume and get it up to speed. And we covered that in the first 7 episodes that you can reference to make sure that your resume is updated according to today's trends and it will have a maximum impact. And we've spent the last few episodes focusing on the other equally important document for you to maintain, and that's your LinkedIn profile. And today, with your documents done, we're going to show you how to unlock the power of your network using LinkedIn so you can stay top of mind of your network and hiring managers can find you. So let's dive in to the 4 top ways to grow your network and unlock the power of your network using LinkedIn. First, you want to reach out to individuals in your network. Reach out to your connections on a regular basis. Not only your first degree connections circle, but also find people in your second and third degree circles to reach out to and introduce yourself. Think of it this way. If you have 500 connections, I want you to ask yourself, how many of those connections have you reached out to recently or like in the last 6 months? If you're like most people, it is a very small percentage of people that you've actually maintained contact with over the last 6 months. And then what happens is you haven't called anybody, but now all of a sudden you find that you need them, right? You need to find a job, but you feel awkward because if you haven't called anyone up till now, up till when you've needed it, then you're going to feel awkward when that first call is because you need something. So to avoid being in that position, just call some of your connections now. Do 2, 3, 4 a week. Just check in, see how they're doing, see what they're up to. A few messages per week will result in a conversation per week at the minimum. And that's all you need to start this process. Second, you want to join LinkedIn groups that will get you more of the right exposure and participate in those groups by answering questions and contributing valuable content. You can join up to 100 groups, which now puts your profile not only in the search webs of your first, second, and third degree connections, but all of the webs of the group members of those groups that you belong to. So you want to make sure that you join the groups, be in those group member connection webs, and this will allow your profile to come up in more searches since now you're connected to even more people beyond your 3 degrees. You're now connected to all these group members as well. So that's a very powerful way to expand your network without artificially adding connections to people you don't know. Third, on your own personal status update field and within the status update function within each group, share articles that will help others in your field. Post information that's pertinent to you, your industries, and your profession, and that are relevant to other people as well. Let people see your name by posting these articles and commenting on others' posts. Let them see you as a contributing thought leader, as somebody who has an opinion that's valuable and adds knowledge and resources to the conversation. Reach out to people who comment on your posts in these groups and in your regular status update feed. Reach out to people that are commenting on your post, but you're commenting on theirs. Take the conversation offline. Make social media social. Take the conversation offline in the form of an email, a phone call, even possibly an in-person meeting. Lastly, the fourth option here, help others you know and who you even meet on LinkedIn with ideas, connections, resources that they need to achieve their goals. When you help others, they will want to help you when you need it. Now, do it without the expectation of reciprocation, but I'm a believer in the karmic power of helping others. Do it without an expectation, but I guarantee you the universe will take care of you. You may not get the help returned reciprocally from the person who helped you, or you helped actually, but I believe if you're helping others, the universe is going to provide and help you from the right source when you need it. And you only can start that process. You can only get that good energy if you're helping others. That's another way you can stay top of mind. Applying these 4 points will set you off to a strong start of unlocking the power of your network with LinkedIn. And by implementing these points into your weekly work life, you will be helping your network keep you top of mind when, again, someone asks them for a talented person that they know who does what you do. You will be the answer. You will find 4 remaining points of what to implement into your work life on our LinkedIn Profile Cheat Sheet training. And you can access that training when you download our LinkedIn Profile Cheat Sheet at linkedinprofilecheatsheet.com. And when you download the cheat sheet, again, you will be given access to that exclusive training. I'm so proud of you for taking the steps beyond building your profile to now build your network and doing this all before you need it. It's so commendable. Most people wait for that unexpected job change to happen, then start doing these steps. And they find themselves panicked and behind the 8 ball. So kudos to you for doing this before you need it. Like, bravo, bravo. And if you're currently not working, don't worry. You now know what to do, and you can make your profile, your network, your resume stronger starting today. The key is that you know now and you do something about it. So let's take action on today's episode. Again, download the cheat sheet at linkedinprofilecheatsheet.com and start comparing your profile to the sample that I have for you to use. And also get the other points to incorporate in your profile and the steps that you can expand your network by attending the training that couples the profile. And also in looking at the sample from the LinkedIn profile cheat sheet, what do you have that's similar? What do you have that's missing? This is where you can start to bring your profile up to speed. And then get those extra steps that you could do to make sure that your network is primed and ready to go, always. Remember, for the next few episodes of the Pretend You're Fired Today podcast, we're going to continue to go through a list of tactics and activities that you can do now as if you were let go today to ensure that you're always ready for whatever the world brings your way. The first item on the list was your resume, and the second item on the list was updating your profile. And you can review prior episodes how to get both of those up to speed. And starting in the next episode, we're going to address the 5 career mistakes that smart executives and professionals make. I want you to know these mistakes now to help you avoid them when you find yourself looking for a job in the future. Again, it's about being prepared. My friend saved me with her priceless advice of pretend you're fired today. And I am going to continue to pay it forward with you. And I ask you to do the same thing. Pay this sentiment forward and share this with as many executives and aspiring executives who you feel will benefit from this build it before you need it advice. And to get a jump on today's lesson of the Pretend You're Fired Today activity list, go to linkedinprofilecheatsheet.com, download the freebie sample there, and attend the training that correlates with the cheat sheet. This will help you write your profile easily and start leveraging your network to make it stronger and ready for you when you need it. And then next, we're going to uncover the 5 career mistakes that I see smart executives and professionals make all the time. And we're going to make sure you know them ahead of time and you're going to be ready. So thanks for joining me today. And we're going to pick up next week for the next episode. Have a great week.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.